Hi everyone, I'm Jazzy from Sips Tea with JB, and you tuned in to another episode of Shine Connections.
There goes the neighborhood. They covered that open manhole.
So we can stop carrying around an old ore to keep from falling in?
Kids, this can only mean one thing. Gentrification is coming. I mean, pretty soon we'll be out on our asses because some yuppie thinks the building has good bones. We can't let them find my husband's bones.
Gentrification seems to be about neighborhood improvement, but it's not just about that. It is often referred to as the recycling of a town. Depending on which way you look at it, it is the rebuilding or renovation of houses and buildings in a typically urban, low-income area by wealthier people and businesses. For better or for worse, gentrification does change the culture of a place. It's good for businesses, but bad for those who can't afford it. For the gentries, they believe that the process is positive, restorative, encourages diversity and social mixing. Those who are against it believes it is exploitative, disruptive, and weakens ties within the community. It is an ongoing battle between the social, the political, and the economic. When World War I halted immigration from Europe, Chicago's manufacturing plants needed a new source of labor for jobs assumed to be men's work. So, they opened their doors to black workers, providing opportunities to black Southerners eager to enrich their standard of living and stake their claim to full citizenship through their role in the industrial economic boom. This long-term movement of African Americans from the South to the urban North, better known as the Great Migration, transformed Chicago and other northern cities between 1916 and 1970. The Great Migration established the foundation of Chicago's African American industrial working class. Despite the tensions between newcomers and old settlers related to differences in age, region of origin, and class, the Great Migration established the foundation for black political power, business enterprises, and union activism. The Great Migration's impact on cultural life in Chicago is most evident in the Southern influence on the Chicago Renaissance in the 1930s and 1940s, as well as blues music, cuisine, churches, and numerous family and community associations that link Chicago with its southern hinterland, especially Mississippi. To many Black Chicagoans, the South still remains home to this day.
Something great about going back to your beginning, because whatever was instilled with you into you when you left there, you carry with you all your days. I'll be sitting up there. I'll be sitting up there. Get on up to the front. I'll be sitting up there.
At its peak, Cabrini Green was home to 15,000 people living in mid- and high-rise apartment buildings, totaling 3,607 units. Over the years, crime, gang violence, and neglect created deplorable living conditions for the residents, and Cabrini Green was synonymous with the problem associated with public housing in the United States. The gang violence was contained by the structure of buildings being the neutral buffer between rivals. So many Chicago residents would argue that when the buildings began to be demolished and residents who did not qualify to stay were displaced, so was much of the gang activity that was once contained, resulting in the spike of gang and gun violence we see today.
You know what? Before they even started to take this way, they started to try to talk to the people about, doing something about surviving. Everybody get together, try to do something. That was and nobody, not too many people came for it. But as many people as it was at the Green Green, nobody came. And then because this side over here was a gang, this side over here was a gang, over there was the game.
So they were always like
So,
building the building?
Yeah, it was different buildings.
But
And
they
so
were in
some
the war
people
with each
could,
other.
right.
Oh, shit.
So then some people wouldn't show up at the meeting because it's over here. And some people wouldn't show up at a meeting because it's over here. So it was always messed up because they were
Wasn't
scared
nobody
to go.
ever at the meeting.
They were scared.
Right.
They were
So
scared.
Who used to throw the meeting?
The people, the CAC people.
Okay.
They used to throw it, but it was where they'd throw it. And then sometimes they'd get police, security around. Some people still would come. It was a shooting before outside of me, so, they like the police didn't mean nothing.
Wow.
Yeah,
It was like a free world right here.
Yeah, but now over here, I like it.
Nice.
Yes,
Now
I like it. I mean, but I loved it then. I miss our building was like a family.
Yeah.
I miss my building. Yes, I do.
Oh, because you up in there, right? What floor?
The Blues Hall of Fame is an international organization consisting of active blues artists, blues fans, and the general public which believe that the nominating and inducting of blues artists should be open, transparent, and conducted by the likes of each other. The Blues Hall of Fame holds local induction ceremonies in cities worldwide to fulfill our mission in providing a platform where blues artists are publicly inducted by their fans and contemporaries, thus helping to preserve the legacy of the original bluesmen who created this amazing art form. Don't miss our annual Chicago Blues Hall of Fame, located at the famous Buddy Guy's Legend, October 14th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hurry, because this event is quickly selling out. To purchase tickets to our Hall of Fame events, please visit our website at www.blueshalloffame.com. See you there, and let the good times roll.
Since its opening in 2015, the Bloomingdale Trail, aka the 606, which cuts through several West Side neighborhoods, has ushered in waves of development and rising rents that has forced some working class families to move out of the predominantly Hispanic areas. A similar bike path called the Paseo is planned for the Pilsen and Little Village neighborhoods, which has raised the same displacement concerns as the 606.
Hello everybody. My name is Arturo Garza. I'm the managing and owning broker of international real estate here in Pilsen, 1446 West 18th Street. I've been at this location since 1993, been a real estate broker since 1989, been a Chicago resident all my adult life and childhood too. 5 years in Mexico, that's it.
So since you've been here, you seen the change in the Pilsen?
We're talking gentrification.
Yeah, we're talking gentrification.
Well, Pilsen has always been changing. Let me say this. Pilsen is a port of entry community. That means when you get to the U.S. or you get to Chicago, you're usually broke, down and out looking for a job. So you'd come to a neighborhood like Pilsen, right? Why? Because of the affordability, right? That's why you had all these Europeans here. And then you had the influx of Mexicanos probably, I'm told they started in the 50s, when they started coming into Pilsen. Right? And then I started living in Pilsen probably in 1965, 66. Went to school here. Right? So,
do you see do you think we have to modernize ourselves or develop ourselves because we're losing our neighborhood and we're losing the people?
okay, well, when you say we're losing our neighborhood,
I feel like we are.
that is something that hits home.
Yeah.
Hits home, but at the same time, we are also expanding to the whole city and suburbs, right? Now, this used to be, the only pretty much Mexicano or heavy-duty Mexicano neighborhood in Chicago for a few decades.
Right.
But we outgrew it. We spilled over. We developed. We had jobs. We saved a couple of dollars. We started going west. We started going south. Some people never even made it to Pilsen, a lot of the new guys. They just went north and to other places, right?
what's your view now onto like the future of Pilsen? Because this is a cultural spot. This is famous. You know, is it gonna disappear? You think, or is it gonna be like still there? We could like.
It'll be here as long as, you know, the Mexicanos hang on. Once you sell, you know, once you sell your land, it's over. You understand? Once you sell, it's it. You're gone.
Right,
You have no control over it anymore. Right? They're going to put whatever they want.
People want cultural spots, but they don't want to leave the culture there.
Yeah, well, it'll probably go somewhere else. Because we ain't less. We're more. But we're just in other places. Right? You know, they can't afford Pilsen because of their incomes, which is probably what it is, right? You know, the rents here keep going up, our taxes keep going up. You know, people say, oh, we want rent control. Well, you want rent control. What about real estate tax control? See, she agrees. Amen. She gave me an amen. All right?
Hi, this is Yaya, and you've just tuned in to another episode of Shy Connections.